that place where we went with the computers and the blocks?
That's on the other side, on another floor, called the NICU,
Okay.
Neonatal Intensive Care Unit.
When Bethy was born.
Yes, when Bethy was born. This is the regular waiting room. And I think there's a doorway on the other end.
Like when they're young?
I can't believe it's good.
I know. So here, we've got just a couple of... So in the family waiting room here, there's just a couple of vending machines. Could you boys go out that door right over there? Jack, that's not for you. Go out this door right here. So this is the family waiting room for labor and delivery. Okay, they must have it locked. And this looks exactly the same as it was 11 years ago.
Some of them are green and blend in, and others are bright red.
This is the family waiting room, bathroom, and nobody's been in here for a while. Things are overflowing. Removed from the wall with holes in the wall. Foot marks all over the walls from everyone kicking the toilet to flush. And splatters and pee all over the toilet. This is the only bathroom option you have for changing your family's toddlers' diapers, babies' diapers while you're waiting. But it's about the same size bathroom, but because it's not tiled wall, it's just not being kept clean. Another thing I'll tell you is this waiting area is really hot. They don't seem to have any working air conditioning in this area, and it is easily over 75 degrees sitting here. We have been inside the hospital with general air conditioning for over a half an hour, and this area is hot, and there's only like, well, we're 5 people, just our family, so there's less than 10 people in this area, and it's hot. There's only one TV, and sports are on, which not everybody likes sports, and there's no cell phone data if you go into roaming when you're in this area. As soon as we walked in to this area, my phone kept beeping, and it keeps popping up a signal saying that you're in roaming. The problem with that is your patient of the hospital is supposed to text you a door code to open the doors instead of calling a nurse's station for door access. And if you aren't receiving data, you can't get a text. I've been waiting for about a half an hour for someone to come and get me. So someone just got here. So we're going to go see the baby now. Bye.
You turned it down, right?
I did.
Just wash your hands.
Eating burgers.
Baby. She's got stork bites on her cheeks.
Yeah, she's got a birthmark that's massive.
Where?
On the back.
On her back?
Yeah.
What color?
It's dark red right now.
Oh, maybe it's just a stork bite.
It's pretty big.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's substantial. It's about...
Wow, that sounds like a stork bite to me. You can just sit there so you can see her. Okay. So right now I am standing at about a halfway point. Further down here is the elevators to go upstairs. We're at Sparrow Hospital right now. So you go past there, and that is the elevators to the labor and delivery floor. We have this whole concourse to walk to go back to the parking area. Hey. And we are here at Sparrow Hospital today because our family's big sister, Juliet, had her baby early. Did we see the baby? Uh-huh.
I held it too.
That's right, you did. So we walked to the other end of the concourse now at the Sparrow Hospital. My battery died on my camera, so we're finishing this up on the cell phone while we walk. But overall, my experience here today, I will tell you the parking is nicer at the other place, and the other place is cleaner and smaller. And I found out that this place usually has about 4,500 births a year, and the other one has about 1,500 births. And that's highly due to the fact that the McLaren Health Group has less OBGYN practices. Now we're getting ready to go out to the parking garage. So you have to go to the end of the concourse, get an elevator, take that to your parking level. So this is our third elevator ride to be able to leave the hospital. Level 2? 2? Thank you. The boys are in charge of pushing the buttons in the elevator. So overall, I would never use this again, and things happen for a reason. So we're going to be happy little campers. The parking spots at this place are tight. Go ahead and pull the door open, buddy. Pull the door open all the way. Thank you, guys. So with a vehicle that's large like ours, it can be really hard to get a good spot. And the whole first floor, if you don't want to take the elevators, we have to move to one side or another, not the middle, please, is all valet parking. And I'm not going to pay somebody else to beat on my vehicle. I don't beat on it myself, so that's out of the question. So it really does make for a lot of walking. And you can see here we have the 4 kids, and it's a long ways in. When we got to the hospital, they had said that they were going to move her to a room, and they were basically trying to get her into a wheelchair with her epidural working enough that she could not get up, and said they'd come and get us right away. Because the cell phones all have no data, she couldn't text me to say, hey, it's going to be a little while. That waiting room was so hot, it was ridiculous. And I asked her when she got to her room, because it was warm in there too, that the thermometer in the room said 76 degrees. They didn't prep the room and get it cold for her. And this hospital has what's called the hug system, and they didn't have a hug tag for her. That's why she had to wait 4 hours in her recovery room. I've never waited more than an hour in the recovery room to get moved to a post-delivery room. And it just seemed like a lot of stuff was going on. A fire alarm went off, and all the elevators were frozen, and there's no staircase access unless you have a key card to open the staircase. So in case of a fire, you're screwed. You can't get out. And the security guards were walking around. We were thinking it was because of the hugs tags alarm going off, and they were just wandering around looking like they didn't know what to do. So Sparrow Hospital, can suck it. We'll stick to our plan, which I was nervous about before, but now I'm glad we made that decision. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'll splice in the pictures of the hospital room.
Look at the view.
I can't look at the view through the well, if you turn around you can. We're on the 2nd floor of the parking ramp. So that's that, everybody. We'll see you next time. So I just have to tell you how this day just keeps getting better and better. We are at the drive-thru at Wendy's waiting to get Frosties because it is so stinking hot outside. The Suburban has a built-in DVD player here, and it hasn't been wanting to work properly for weeks, and I had turned the power on and nothing happened. A lot of times it'll just say that it's reading the disc. So because nothing happened, we didn't know whether it was on or off, and we were going to uninstall it because it had been draining our battery on the vehicle so that we couldn't even get it started. And fortunately, we have a charging unit on wheels for charging up anything that's not going to start. So I was able to put that on a jump start, or you can just charge your battery slowly and get it going. So we had run up to the hospital to see the new baby, and I had enough sense about a week ago to throw some jumper cables in the back. So I parked backwards in this parking ramp, and I parked on the second floor on purpose because it is higher volume of traffic. The bus did not start. I have a slow crank on starting the vehicle, so there wasn't enough power to get it started. Fortunately, 2 guys were standing just a couple rows over, and I said, I've got jumper cables, can you please come and jump? And they're like, oh, you got cables, that's great. No problem. Of course, it's like the middle of the week, I've got no cash. Usually somebody does something nice like that for me, and I've got honey in the car or something, and I have nothing. So I just had to tell them how grateful and thankful I was. I've got all 4 kids with me. Bethany's asleep back there. And of course, walking through that whole hospital tired everybody out. So yeah, this day just keeps getting better and better. So I thought we deserve a Frosty. We've got the Wendy's free key tags for Frosties here. So this year we couldn't get enough for everybody, but that's 2 free Frosties. And so we're taking Frosties home to Dad. We're gonna fill this tank up with gas so that we're all set, and then park it so that I can leave it in an area close for an extension cord. But while I was sitting here, I saw that there was actually power going to the unit. So now at least I know that it's going to be disconnected and off in the meantime until I can actually pull it out.